So in this video, I'd like to elaborate more on Promethease. What exactly is Promethease? You can only use Promethease once you have taken your 23andMe test and or your ancestry. You have to pick, you just pick between the two. If you want ancestry, you can get ancestry. You pick or you pick 23andMe. Okay, I went with 23andMe. Just because it's continually upgrading, it's giving me more of the health markers, the genetic markers, and things like that. So you don't have to you don't have to pay for the health reports if you don't want to in 23andMe. So stick to 23andMe and pay for the fee for Promethease to transfer your information. Okay. So you can look up videos on that, but what I want to focus on in this video is just how you can use Promethease to improve your health, your personal health. How you can improve your personal health is you read your report. Okay, obvious, very obvious. So let's say, for example, you have a genetic predisposition to Alzheimer's. It doesn't mean 100% that you will get Alzheimer's once you get old. Genetics, okay, genetics is not set in stone, because now we know about epigenetics. Epigenetics is basically things that will affect your genes, your lifestyle, injuries, medication, food, lifestyle. You're basically your lifestyle. It's epi meaning above genetics, and more scientists are being convinced that it's not just just because somebody is overweight or obese or something like that. It doesn't mean that they have an obese gene. Okay, they can have an obese gene, but the thing is, elaborate more on this. Tell you more about this, okay? Okay, say for example you have an obese gene, okay? I know I switched from Alzheimer's, but let's assume it's the same, okay? It's the same. It's a genetic predisposition for some kind of disease or something like that. Heart disease, cancer, whatever the hell, okay? I'm generalizing in this video because I want this method to work for you. If I don't generalize in this video, you're gonna be confused. Just like what they do in college, they dive right in. They don't generalize, they just dive right in, and they just, they want you to accept what they're telling you, and it's just obedience. At the end of the day, it's just regurgitation and obedience, whatever the mainstream, media crap they're preaching. They don't deal with truth; they deal with theories. Okay, theory may be close to the truth, but bear with me on this. Bear with me on this. Okay, so let's say you have the predisposition to obesity. You have the whatever obese gene or overweight gene or whatever, for weight gain. Okay, for weight gain. And so knowing that information, what you can do is you can try to avoid, you can avoid becoming obese, becoming overweight, getting diabetes. These are disease of affluence, okay? Cancer, heart disease. We never had these before, okay? In the past, we did have them, but very, very, very few. Think in caveman days, okay? Caveman days, we live in nature. We don't live in the house, okay? We never had houses before. We're living in nature, we're living in caves, okay? The most diseases that we experienced back in the day is just infections. Infections, maybe flu, a little bit of flu, a little bit of fever here. But there's not even flu, that's why the Indians got wiped out right here. The natives got wiped out right here, okay? Or whatever you want to call them. Quote unquote PC, politically correct. I know people are sensitive nowadays, and I'm just saying that. So knowing that you have the obesity gene, you start to switch your lifestyle. You start to eat healthy, you start to exercise, you start to drink more water, common sense things. So you're preparing for your future, right? You start to avoid things that, will manifest that certain disease, whether it's Alzheimer's, it's obesity, it's heart disease. You avoid those things. So that is the epigenetics. Okay, the epigenetics is what you can do. Genetics, you can't do anything because it's already inside your body. Okay, unless you will undergo a very expensive experiment where they will cut your genes, replace your genes with something else, and then blah 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 blah, whatever, stem cell research, regeneration or whatever they call it. It's advancing now. So But the thing is, you have control. It means you have control, 100% control with your life. Okay, and the reason why, okay, get this, the reason why the FDA cracked down on 23andMe, on the company 23andMe, is because they used to have something like 250 more markers of disease added to the checks, okay, added to the genetic things that you can get out of a Promethease. And what they did was they cut them off. They they reduce the things. They're like, oh, and that is the main reason for the proliferation of the organic stores like Aldi, Fresh and Easy, all these things, like right around 2013 or something, 2013, 2014, something like that, when this organic boom came up. And then the vegan diet. Everybody's like, oh, the vegan diet, stop eating meat, blah blah blah. Those people got their 23andMe data, uploaded it to Promethease, and started switching their diets, basically their lifestyle. Okay, I'm not saying that's wrong, but what I'm saying is that's the main reason why the FDA cracked down on 23andMe. Now they don't release as much health information as they would, because they don't want people. This is the business part of it. This is the money part of it. They don't want you and me taking charge of our health. They don't want us to be sick just like everybody else. They want us to end in the hospital. They want us to think that our genes is basically is our destiny, which is really BS. That's absolute BS, man. Because personally somebody who's mom's side of the family, and grandma's, and the grandma on the mom's side is bald, and everybody in the mother's side family is bald, and then that person doesn't get bald. Okay, so you see what I'm saying? It has to do with the lifestyle also. That person could be less stressed. That person might be eating a balanced diet. Okay, that's another topic I'm going to talk about in the future, the near future, the balanced diet. Okay, stop thinking in terms of veganism. Stop thinking in terms of vegetarianism, carnivorism, whatever the hell. That's autistic thinking. That's microanalysis paralysis. That is analysis paralysis. Okay, you're fixated on this one thing. Oh, vegetables. To hell with everything. To hell with meat. To hell with all that. But how can you get a balanced diet if you're just eating vegetables? Sure, you can detox. Okay, I can detox. I do that too. And periodically, I would fast. I would go fasting, and I would feel better, automatically better like this. It feels like something is stuck inside of you, and once you go fasting, it's another topic I'm gonna emphasize too, because I've been doing that for about a year now. I'm not fasting for a whole year. I'm fasting like periodically, taking a break from eating. Just drink water, exercise and just drink water. That's it. It clears your mind, it clears your body. You feel better after. And there's scientific evidence that it reversed aging in mice, okay? In all animals, all the organisms, and even some plants, okay? You reduce the amount of calories that you feed an animal, the animal lives longer. Signs of aging will reverse, okay? And with NAD, also NAD and NMN, nicotinamide mononucleotide and nicotinamide adenine dinucleotide are the supplements that are, people are going crazy over now, because they have been proven in mice, that reverse the age of mice in experiments. So that's another topic for another video, but this topic is really genetics, okay? Genetics and epigenetics. Okay, remember, control your epigenetics, okay? Get your 23andMe report, send it to Promethease and go ahead and pay the $5 fee. I believe it's $5 in Promethease. It may have gone up, but I don't know, check it right now, and then just get your results. Go through it. There's going to be good, bad, and neutral information there. And I want you to focus on the bad parts, okay? You can focus on the good parts also at first. And once you've done that, go to the bad parts, okay? Bad parts is, predispositions for Alzheimer's, Parkinson's disease, heart disease, whatever. Cancer, diabetes, whatever, man. So, it's... The main message of this video is, I want to tell you that people were right. That's why the FDA, okay, the people that took their nutrition in their own hands, took their health in their own hands, once they figured out that, this food pyramid is just BS. It's just freaking corporate sponsored BS, okay? The people that started eating organic, started eating healthy, were right. That's why the FDA cracked down on 23andMe. I want you to think about that. I want you to research that. Look it up on Google, okay? If you're not convinced with this video, you're gonna be convinced with that. There's freaking lawsuits lined up. There's like all kinds of things, like people being interviewed, and lawsuits like here and there. So and then they even like got the genetic scare. They're like, oh, they got your saliva, and then they can get your information. They can put that in a crime scene evidence, and you can go to jail. Well, people are making stuff up, man, and that's not true. How can they do that when you have evidence that you sent it to 23andMe? You sent it to 23andMe, and then and you're living in let's say in Idaho, and then all of a sudden the crime that they're accusing you of, it's in California. So how did your saliva get there? See what I'm saying? It's stupid, man. They don't have any common sense nowadays. So they're just throwing fear tactics, man. They're fear mongering people. Use your common sense. I know common sense is not so common, just like the zombies say, just like the hive-minded majority say. But don't end up like them. Okay. It's all about positivity in 2020. Getting rid of the BS, getting rid of the false premises, getting rid of the fake. Okay? And staying true to yourself. And I hope you like this video. This is Ben Travels, signing out.